It is swinging for the fences. At least I think that's what they call it, right? MLB swinging for the fences. Is that it? Is Stevers out? Did you just get rid of Stevers? What the fuck's going on here? We're trying to do a show, and all of a sudden, Stevers just said goodbye. He didn't want to do his first show with us.
Maybe he got nervous, He got a little nervous.
He said he was nervous before he came on. He's like, I'm nervous. And then I said, don't worry about it. You're working with a couple of D-gens. Everything's going to be fine, Stevers. And then we start the show, and all of a sudden, he just here he's back. Let's see what's going on with the Stevers here. Stevers, what the hell is going on, buddy?
I don't know what's going on. I'm completely lost. I can hear you
Ethernet cord. That's what's going on. Yeah.
Jeez.
Let's introduce Stevers. We're going to be nice to him, Joey Work. Normally, we would just crush him for that, but it's his first show. And right now, he looks like he's back waiting for something to be inserted into his mouth. There he goes. He's live again.
Don't beat me up too bad, guys. Take it easy on me.
Bringing it on yourself. Anyway, Stevers, tell us about yourself, because we don't know much about the Stevers. All we know is when you're hired at RPS, you know your shit. Talk to me. What's going on?
That's what you need to know right there. Pretty much.
That's it.
Man, just MLB, NFL, everything else I'm kind of useless at so far, learning all the new stuff and all the fringe stuff. But, been pretty sharp at baseball my whole life. Took me a long time to learn from my mistakes, but finally got to where I wanted to be, and just happy to be here, man. Just, love what you guys do. Have you guys been done for years and following you forever. And finally got some respect and broke in, man. Just, happy to be here. Like I said.
Joey Work, we are not the same. Are you trying to divide us? What's going on here?
Not between you guys, but this is between, the fucking rest of these handicappers, my ass. We're not the fucking same. My results speak for themselves year after year after year. I'm fucking printing money for the people. Me and Kush the Mush are not the same.
Yeah, Kush the Mush and you are definitely opposite. I think Kush the Mush said that we were opposite.
Yeah, it was a great video, by the way. Both the videos were awesome.
Yeah, we'll be doing more of those. I'll be throwing on a wig. I'll be mentioning Joey Work, sometimes some other people that work with us, maybe the Stevers, even when it's all said and done. So,
Stevers, I think Stevers used the fucking, his internet is hooked up to a potato or something over there.
Was it really? Yeah.
Is it really bad?
It's horrible, Stevers. I'm going to be honest with you, buddy. I'm going to be honest with you.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's. I mean, this is your debut show, and it's a little disappointing, Stevers.
I wish I knew what was going on, fellas. I got to get this shit straight.
You should just turn your. I know what you should do. You should just turn your video off and just do your audio. Yeah.
Do you have an Ethernet cable to plug into your computer?
How does it work?
You know what we're going to do? Fuck this. You're good. We'll do that. Maybe Gary will pop on. We'll talk with him too. But it's time to get into the slate. We're not messing around anymore.
At least put a photo down there or something, put like that Wahoo photo at least.
Yeah. Stevers, are you there?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
All right, good. You know what? That's perfect. Yeah, and put up a photo if you get a chance. If you don't, no big deal. Let's start talking about baseball. You know what? You're right, CB. Let's start talking about baseball. Usually we'd screw around. There's 16 games on the docket. We got a doubleheader. We got 11, 12 games on the DFS slate. We're always going to start with betting. We got Joey Work with us right now, but we're going to start with a game that I'm actually on, Joey Work, not Kush the Mush. Tigers and the Nationals. What a better way to start a day off. Tigers, Nationals, Washington minus 135, Detroit plus 115, 8.5 is the total here. And Joey, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going Nationals first 5 run line. They mash left-handed pitching. I'm a Josiah Gray guy, and that's just where I'm going.
I love the play. The Nationals have broken my heart too many times the last week for me to back them. That's the only reason I'm not backing them. I love the play. The Nationals do whack lefties. They don't really hit for homers, but they consistently, get hits to put together and score some runs versus lefties. They're like top 5 in almost all offensive stats versus lefties. Joey Wentz, not really a guy that scares me. Gives up runs every start. Doesn't really strike out many batters. So I do like to play. Josiah Gray on the other end, another guy that I know he struggled his first 2 seasons in the majors. This year he's been pitching really, really good. He's taken a step forward, and God bless the man. He's pitched a lot of games on the road too. Two starts at home or his last 2 starts at home, throw out the first game of the year, he's only given up 2 earned runs in about 12 innings. So I do like to play, but as I mentioned, the Nationals have hurt my feelings the last week, so I'm going to stay away.
Talk to me, Stevers. What's some DFS plays here? Because I'm going to pick a couple of cheap Nationals today.
So I'm with you, man. Couple of cheap Nationals for sure. We're looking at here. I like the guys, down at the bottom of this lineup. Like you said, they handle lefties pretty well. Vargas, Chavez, Abrams. Couple of these guys down at the bottom of the lineup, and and the pricing's really good for you always seem to get good pricing for the Nationals, right?
You do. You get great, and Stone Garrett and Alex Carr are my 2 favorite guys today. You can always go Meneses too, Stevers, but I think as you look down and you want to fill, I don't know if you want to fill 2 outfield spots with Nationals, but if you do, Garrett and Carr are really good. They're cheap. They're in the middle of the order, and they mash lefties. Right,
Garrett's hitting 4 today. Well, he's normally hitting 4, but and like you said, they mash lefties, so it's what's not to like.
All right, let's move on. We'll move on to game number 2, and we got Seattle visiting the Braves. The pitching matchup here: George Kirby, Joey Work, George Kirby and Jared Schuster, -120 for the Braves, even money for the Mariners on the road. 9.5 here is the total. We know Kirby's really good. What are you seeing out of Schuster, who disappointed earlier in the year when he was called up or when he started?
Yeah, so Schuster was pretty good in the minors. And years prior in the minors, he was pretty damn good as well. Obviously hasn't fully translated here. He pitched against Washington, San Diego, Texas, gave up at least 3 earned runs in all those starts. The most he's pitched is 5 innings. He hasn't really struck out many people. He does throw a 3-pitch mix of fastball, slider, changeup. His advanced numbers, obviously, thus far have not been very good. He gets a Mariners team who swings and misses a lot. Personally, I think they're a little bit overrated. That's why this line is basically a pick 'em when they clearly George Kirby is clearly the better pitcher over Jared Schuster right now at this time in his career. Clearly the better pitcher. Atlanta is clearly the better offense. So that's why Atlanta is a favorite in this game, which is, kind of surprising if you ask me. So it is dog or pass, but I'm probably going to pass. I expect Atlanta to score some runs off of George Kirby, but Kirby can go out there and have a good start. A good start for him today. I think it's probably about 6 innings, 2 earned, maybe 3 earned, 6 innings, 3 earned, because I think he's going to give up some runs.
All right, what do you got here, Stevers, with the Braves and the Mariners today in Atlanta?
I think that Atlanta gets to Kirby a little bit too. And I don't have a lot to support why I feel that way, but it's the Atlanta Braves, guys. I mean, they're just mashing. I mean, they're obviously much better against lefties than righties. But if I'm looking at the right thing here, yeah, I mean, I think they get to him a little bit. Schuster, I think he can pitch pretty well. It kind of baffles me, like what Joey Work said. I don't know why Atlanta's the favorite here. It just doesn't make much sense to me. I mean, look at this lineup. Look at what Atlanta's been doing. I mean, this lineup is just full of studs. I mean, I don't know, fellas. This is a tough one for me to call.
No, don't worry about the betting, just the DFS side. What are we doing with DFS here?
Probably staying away from a lot of these Atlanta prices. I'll probably be, if I'm going to play any of this game, it's probably going to be more on the Seattle side than the Atlanta side. But there's, as far as my cash games go, there's not much here for me. I'm looking for a better spot than this. This, I don't know. It's a tough one for me, fellas. This, I'm probably going to stay away from a lot of this.
You're going to stay away from the Braves and the Mariners. No big deal there. Let's hit the like button. That'll be great. We're going to move on to our third game now. It'll be the Diamondbacks and the Pirates. If I'm correct, Joey Work, is that the Diamondbacks hat? Yes?
That is the Diamondbacks hat, yes.
Oh, then maybe we got something here today. Diamondbacks visiting the Pirates. Merrill Kelly, Roansy Contreras with the Pirates plus 105 at home, minus $1.25 for the Diamondbacks. We got an 8.5 total here, Joey Work. Give me a little lowdown here. Could Contreras shut down these Diamondbacks today at plus 105?
I mean, this Diamondbacks team is good, baby. I really like this team. So I did back them in the first game in the series. Of course, they lost that one. Second game, they come back and win. I think they probably win this game. The Pirates are trending basically in the wrong direction. I prefer Merrill Kelly over Ronzi Contreras. I know Contreras is, I've somewhat, we bet him at spots in money prices. This price is not juicy enough to bet him. We bet him at plus 140, plus 130-ish. What are we getting? Like plus 110 here in this game. I do think Merrill Kelly probably is the better of the two arms here. I do think Arizona is definitely the better of the two lineups here. They run all the time. I mean, Merrill Kelly in his last 4 starts, he only allowed more than one earned run in one of those starts. Strikeout numbers are through the roof. He struck out 55 batters in 52 innings this year. He's really mowed down these shitty teams, and I think he comes in here and probably, pitches really good in Pittsburgh here. I do think the Diamondbacks win this game. I'm going to stay away, but my lean is definitely with the Diamondbacks. They're the better of the bullpens as well. So, that's where I'm at.
Hey, Stevers, break this down on the pitching side. I like Contreras a little bit. What do you think?
I have to disagree on that one with you, Holden. I'm not on Contreras today, but I do love Merrill Kelly today. Pittsburgh doesn't handle righties very well, at least not so far this year. They are 24th in average. They're slugging 703. Their OPS is down near the bottom at 317. And I'm targeting both both offense and pitching for Arizona today. I just think this is a great spot to be in. Not only am I probably going to stack up a lot of Diamondbacks hitters, but I'm also rolling with Merrill Kelly. I just think he's a stud. I think he's in a great spot. I think he's going to pitch really well today.
All right, so we like a little on the other side, on the Diamondback side. Very good. Joey Work's got a couple plays. Joey, tell him about Run Pure Bets, my friend. What's going on over here?
Yeah, so, I did have a struggle of a week this week in baseball. Gave some units back, but I'm still up over 20 units in MLB thus far. So, that's pretty damn good if you ask me. Every single play, every single day, fully tracked, 79 to 65 to date, hitting at almost 55%. If your handicapper's hitting at 55%, you should be pretty damn happy because it doesn't happen much, all right? Every single day, every single play, fully tracked. I don't exactly know what else you guys want. I'm grinding here in the Discord with you every single day, every play. As I mentioned, fucking JJ killing it, spread, Tyler. We got Big T throwing plays on there for NBA. JSU's throwing same game parlays out, hitting fucking 18-1 same game parlays. Every sport we do as well. Run Pure Bets, runpuresports.com. Obviously, you guys know I'm on the bet side. I don't really need to talk about the fucking DFS side because they're the best in the industry, all right? I'm trying to push my side a little bit, get a little mention for Joey Work. We are not the same.
You and Kush the Mush are not the same?
That's correct. He even
admitted that. He said, I'm no Joey Work. As a matter of fact, let me quote him. I'm the exact opposite of Joey Work. Unfortunately,
Joey Work might be the best personality in all of DFS or bets, whatever you want to call yourself, Joey Work. You might be the best personality out there, my friend. Love watching you. It's always entertaining, dude.
Thank you. I appreciate
it. Now Stevers is your favorite, isn't he? That happened pretty quick. All you got to do is say something nice about Joey Work and he absolutely loves you. Let me tell you about the DFS side, though. You can say whatever you want. This team is ridiculous, and they've been crushing Showdown. I don't know. I can't imagine there's another site as successful as Showdown because you see our coordinators out there throwing their screenshots up there. We don't like coordinators. We don't care. Your members never win. Well, guess what? They give you their cores, and we've had so many members just crushing here. I want to shout out to Showdown Christine, too. She's just mashing it, tailing JSU and tailing Big T right now. These two dudes, what they do, 4.5 hours of content on the air yesterday. You're not going to get that anywhere else. And the Showdown content is ridiculous. So we've got tonight with the Celtics and the Heat. You're going to want to check it out. Runpuresports.com, runpurebets.com. And if you want a code Holden15, we'll give you 15% off. 15% off. All right. Let me see here.
Like, who's this jabroni, bro?
No, we're gonna give him his time. First of all, he's an alien. He's got an alien face on him. Yeah, he's got alien face.
This is somebody's burner. We don't even need to give this guy any fucking.
I'm giving him. No, he's gone now.
Under 4.5. I'm not totally against that. CJ 2K. Yeah, that would definitely be the lean if I had to pick a side for total. Yeah.
All right, look who's here. We got Gary. Gary's back. What up, Gary? What up, Gary? Good to see you, pal.
Good.
What up, Gary?
What's going on?
You tell me what's going on, man. How are your Braves looking today? We just did a little Braves. You want to give me a DFS breakdown? Are you stacking them up again?
No, I'm not touching that game for bats.
You're not touching the Braves today? What the hell's going on?
No, I'm not. No, I got some respect for Kirby, so I'm just going to stay away from that today.
Okay, very good.
I mean, you can go on the other side with Seattle, but I don't see a need to. They're very underwhelming so far this season. Julio Rodriguez really hadn't got it going, so I'm not going to go there either.
All right, we're going to get into Baltimore and the Blue Jays. Like button to be great. Dean Kremer and Kevin Gausman, the pitching matchup. Orioles plus 165 on the road. Gausman and the Jays minus 195. Joey Work, 8.5 is the total. I'll tell you, just from a DFS side, anytime I play Toronto at home, they just have not been hitting the baseball, So I kind of look at this line. Maybe the Orioles could cover this plus money thing.
So I was so close to pulling the trigger on the Orioles yesterday, and I didn't. I was so close to even just taking the team total over, and I didn't. They both would have fucking cashed. I wouldn't have bet them both, but I would have took one of the two. I think yesterday was the game. I think today is probably the game where Toronto wins. Toronto had the bats have struggled. I know the big boy hasn't been in the lineup. Guerrero hasn't been in the lineup, but he just got back in. Like, I think he's only played the last 2 games. He hadn't been in the lineup for a while. For I think he missed like 3 games in a row. He pinch hit a game. Now he's came back. But Toronto's offense has definitely struggled. If they don't fucking hit Dean Kremer today, I don't know what to tell you. They should erupt off of Dean Kremer. The guy doesn't really strike out many batters. I mean, he pitches to contact. He gave up 11 hits versus fucking Detroit. Like, if Toronto can't hit this guy, there's something wrong here. Advanced numbers, he's given up hard hit rate, almost 50% hard hit rate, striking out, slugging against 564. As I mentioned time and time again, they did move the fences in Toronto, so we should get some runs here. Gausman on the other end, I really do like Gausman. He's on my year-long fantasy team. His advanced numbers are pretty good, striking out people at a very high clip, barely walking anybody. He has been, somewhat hitting hard because he does throw he does throw gas. The last 2 starts, he allowed 2 total earned runs, 13 innings, 19 strikeouts against the Yankees and Phillies. I think he goes in here, has another good start. This is the game that Toronto likely wins. What is the full game odds on this? Yeah, minus 200 on fucking Toronto. Makes a lot of sense. At the price, I'm staying away.
Hey, Gary, talk to me here about this one. Because, again, the Toronto bats at home have been underwhelming to me, but they do have a nice matchup today. Do you want to go there?
Yeah, I mean, I like the Blue Jays quite a bit here. Looking at history, too, against Dean Kremer and 105 plate appearances, they got a 4.09 xWOBA, 547 expected slugging against Dean Kremer. And it starts with Vlad Guerrero. He's 6-19 or 6-16 with 4 bombs off Dean Kremer. So fire up your Vlad homer props today because I think he goes yard today.
Ooh.
On the other side, man, I like Gausman long term. I also have him on my fantasy team. I just looked at the current numbers for the current lineup from Baltimore against them. They have hit him pretty good, but I still like Gausman here at home. So he's one of my favorite. He's probably going to be the most popular pitcher on today's slate. If not, he's going to be up there. He's going to be up there with Framber. And all those guys too. So I'll probably be a little bit underweight on Gausman on the DFS side just because I like some cheaper pitchers today a lot. So, but yeah, I'm pretty much I like Toronto quite a bit here.
Stevers, what do you got for the Orioles and Jays? You playing any of these guys in DFS?
Yeah, maybe a couple of one-off Orioles, but yeah, it's all about the Blue Jays for me. I'm with Gary. I think Gausman's probably going to be a little chalky. I'm just my strategy. I'm somebody that normally pays up for pitching. I'm always looking for the guy that's going to strike, that's going to get 10 Ks or more. And Gausman's he's a good candidate to do that today. These Blue Jays, man, they just piss me off so bad. They've cost me every time I've stacked these guys. They've cost me but it's hard not to like this spot, right? Like Vlad and Bichette and even Springer and Varsho. Like it's just hard not to like this spot. So not many Orioles for me. Not much interest on the Orioles side. Like I said, maybe a couple of one-offs here and there, but you got to like the Blue Jays today, right?
I mean, Gausman, we talked about it with Joey Work. It's Gausman on the mound, man. Gausman's just a badass. So
what's his ownership going to be today?
Gary, what do you see?
Probably 45% on Gausman.
Yeah, that's
somewhere around there.
All right, let's keep going. Yes, Joey Work. I got you, buddy. We're going to go on to your game where you're actually got a bet. We're going to throw this to you, pal. Brewers and Rays. We got Freddie Peralta. We got Beeks that's going to start the game here for the Rays today. Tampa Bay minus 140. The Dogs, the Brewers plus 120. Just 8 was the total. The total in that big, buddy. You got this bet in the game. What are you telling us?
Yeah, so I did take the over yesterday with 7.5. They scored 8 runs in 4 innings. I almost went back to that, but at the price, you know what? I'm going to take the dog in the Milwaukee Brewers on the money line. I gave them out last night at, I want to say it was plus 120. Yeah, plus 120. So it is going to be a bullpen game for Tampa Bay. And guess what, guys? You got to dig a little deeper into Tampa Bay's bullpen because, all right, their ERA is good. Whoop-de-fucking-do. You dig a little deeper. I have them ranked literally as the second worst bullpen in baseball. This team has been getting shelled. And if they pitch a full bullpen game the whole game, holy shit. If Milwaukee cannot score a whole game, bullpen game, I mean, I'm on the wrong side. But I'm taking a plus money, plus 120. Freddie Peralta, obviously, is a very good starter. He has had some trouble on the road thus far in his 3 starts. So that's what kind of, irked me a little bit. But I do think he could go in there, shut down, maybe give up 2 earned runs through 6th, an earned run through 6, hand it over to the bullpen. And I'm going to take my chances here with Milwaukee at the plus number.
All right, very good. What are you doing with this one, Gary?
Man, I just cannot – I can't get on board with that. I'm just going to keep on playing Tampa Bay. I'm seeing them at less than 5% ownership again today. I know Peralta is a pretty good pitcher. But listen, this team just keeps on hitting bombs. They keep on scoring runs. Yeah, their bullpen's pretty bad. But I'm gonna stick with them here. I like this lineup top to bottom. All the lefties specifically in this matchup. Yandy Diaz, he came back, hit a bomb last night. I think he stays hot here too. So I'm more so on the Tampa Bay bets here. But I don't know if I can back Milwaukee from my betting side here.
Hey, Stevers, you want to target Peralta or Beeks with either one of these offenses with the Brewers and Rays?
No. The short answer is no, Holden. I can't. I mean, especially I can't play Peralta. Who can play Peralta against the way Tampa Bay is just mashing right-handers? Like they're at the top of pretty much every statistic against right-handers. They're just, like Gary said, I mean, the left-handers in this lineup today, I mean, this is going to be a popular stack, right? It has to be. I think the pricing.
I don't think so, man. You don't think so? I think we're going to get them at 10% or less. Easy.
Wow. I certainly hope so, Gary, because this is, I mean, how can you not like stacking up this team? I mean, they're
so easy too.
Yeah. I mean, the pricing is finally getting to the point where it's getting a little more difficult to get the guys you want in the stack. But I mean, how can you argue with how these guys go out there and perform against pretty much any righty in the league? I mean, they're just mashing.
Listen, guys, chat, this is to you, chat. Never mind these two. If you don't like Milwaukee, just take the over because they're going to both teams are going to score runs in.
Yeah, I can't agree with that more.
I like that, Joey.
There's definitely going to be some runs in this game. Absolutely.
We haven't gotten to the Rangers Astros. We will, but Dirk is, first of all, who's this fighter right here, Joey Work? Who is that?
Nick Diaz.
Nick Diaz flipping someone
Diaz.
off. And Rangers Astros fits like a 50-cent gas station condom, LFG. That's impressive. I feel like I always overpaid for those, Joey. I always overpaid for them back in the day. And once you hit 30, there's no reason to use them anymore. It's over. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Very good. Glad we talked about that. Guardians. Oh, well, we might have to go to Stevers here in just a second because we got the Guardians and the Mets. And you can't see the Stevers, but behind him, he's got a whole bunch of Wahoo stuff back there. But I'm gonna start with you, Joey. Got a doubleheader here. We got Tanner Bibby going up against Max Scherzer. Scherzer had that shoulder issue, the scapula. He's still building back up. Mets, nonetheless, are minus 145 and plus 125 for Cleveland. That actually keeps fluctuating right now on DraftKings, back and forth.
Yeah,
just a 7.5 total. We know why that is. What do you got here, Joey Work?
So both these teams have really struggled as of late. This is a doubleheader, right?
Mm-hmm.
The same team is favored in both games, right?
Mm-hmm.
So my advice would be to bet Cleveland in both games on the money line. And if they win one game, you win money.
Ooh.
Maybe you could split it up, put a half unit on both times so you don't risk a full unit. But long term, in these doubleheaders, I don't even know the exact number, but of people sweeping in these doubleheaders, it's very, very tough. So and the way the Mets have been playing, the bats have, I get it. They won maybe a couple games the last couple of days, but this team has really, the last 15 games, they have really struggled on the offensive end. Cleveland as well, but Cleveland did erupt a couple games ago too. So the pitching matchups are pretty good both ways. You could go either way on both pitching matchups. I know it's the big hogs for the Mets, but we also get Bieber and Beebe, who's been pretty damn good this year. So my advice would be, to take the dog in both games and just hope they win one.
We haven't had very much weather here this year, which is interesting because usually April and even May, we get some rain and stuff. They've either been playing through it or we just don't have that much. So it's nice to see. And we really don't have anything weather-wise today either. Everything's really, really, really nice. Stevers, since you're a Guardians guy, you want to give us a little breakdown on this one from the DFS side?
I know. Full disclosure, guys, I'm just such a homer. So it's so hard for me to speak.
All right. Gary picks the Braves every day but today. So go for it. Be the Guardians homer. Let's go. We need
But I will give you a little bit here. So as far as these pitchers, Scherzer and Tanner Bibee. Scherzer, man, I can't get on board with Scherzer today, and a lot of people love him. I see in the Discord guys just loving Scherzer and even Tanner Bibee today. Scherzer, the strikeouts are down, the walks are up. It seems like every time Scherzer has a good strikeout game, he gives up 5 earned. I can't understand what's going on with him. I don't want to say he's washed up, and because I certainly don't think he is, but in my cash game lineups, he can't be trusted for me. And that goes against popular opinion today, I think. And as far as Tanner Bibee, there's no doubt he is the future. And I think that there's a place for him on the big league club, even when Tristan McKenzie and Aaron Savali come back. Somebody's going to have to go. I don't know if the Tribe's going to be able to keep. Obviously you got Bieber at the top, and when McKenzie comes back and Savali comes back, where is there room for Cal Quantrill, Tanner Bibee, and Logan Allen? There's just not enough room now. So one of two things is going to happen today with Tanner Bibee, right? Either he's going to perform really well going up against Max Scherzer and he's going to rise to the occasion, or the adrenaline's going to be flowing and he's not going to be able to locate and the lights are going to be a little bit too bright. I'm just kind of staying away from this one, fellas. Of course, I want to tell you that, go Guardians, go Tribe. Of course, I want to tell you that, but in all honesty, I'm just staying away here. Again, maybe a couple of DFS one-offs on the Mets side. The Guardians are just so inept offensively. They're last in home runs. They're just so everybody, tries to compliment them by saying, well, they don't strike out a lot and they see a lot of pitches and they draw a lot of walks. Well, you know what? That really doesn't mean shit for me on the DFS side. If you're not if you're not jacking a ball out of the park and you're not driving in runs and I can't be on this game as far as DFS. I can't get there, guys.
Gary, you're shaking your head. Yes or no?
Yeah, nothing for this game for me. I can't play Max either. Something just doesn't look right. That injury still, he's playing through that injury. He's got like a 5 xFIP on the season. His strikeout rate's down to 22%. It just doesn't look good. His velo's down just a hair. 10% walk rate. He's got the same xFIP as guys like Ronzi, Seabold, Caprillion. I know he's a much better pitcher than those guys, but something's just not right with him. I'm not going there. And I just like others in Bibby's price range more, so I'm not going to get there either.
Gary, guys, I just, for a guy that's seen a lot of Max Scherzer in person, and when the Nationals signed him all those years ago, the big concern, even when he was drafted with the Diamondbacks, are like his motion's too violent, that the mechanics aren't there. It's too violent. Well, for all those years, he managed to stay healthy, and I think we're just starting to see the body breakdown at this point, which is why I didn't like the long-term deal, but the body's breaking down. We didn't see this from Max Scherzer for the first how long of his career, and then the last 3 years, we've seen some of it. So it's unfortunate for the Mets. It's very unfortunate for the Mets, and we'll see if he can regain his stuff. All right, Joey Work, you there, buddy? Yeah, you are. You were so stiff. It was like I was like, oh, is he there? Is he frozen? He's so straight up right now. But good for you, Joey Work. A's and Astros. Joey, how do you bet a -350 favorite in baseball? Framber's on the mound for Houston. Caprillion going for Oakland. They're plus 290. 8.5 is the total. What do you do with the A's? Normally we love betting against them. I think you bet the other team totals a lot because their bullpen's so horrible, but can we find something to bet on in this game?
No, not really. You look 300, -300. It's immediate turnoff. My boner went immediately away that fast.
Oh, boy, you had one.
What?
You had one? It's a little uncomfortable.
Obviously, I didn't have one. It was a bad joke. Sorry. Shout out Timmy Blankenship in the chat, though. Basically, I'm just gonna stay away. That's my boy from High Stake Breaks, Timmy B, baby. But basically just gonna stay away. I do think the Astros win. I think he probably goes out there and shoves too. Valdez probably goes out there and shoves, and Houston probably wins the game by margin. You want to lay a 1.5 with a team at home. I never do that, so I wouldn't advise for doing it. There's other spots to bet on this slate, so I'm just staying away.
All right, let's go, Gary. What are we doing with the A's and the Astros today?
It's going to be hard not to click some of these Astros in your lineup today. They've been facing these bad pitchers in the same bullpen, and they've been disappointing all weekend. But Yordan Alvarez and Kyle Tucker are probably going to be two of the highest owned bats on the slate today, even at their elevated tags. They are the two in the most pristine matchup here, facing the righty. But I do like guys like Jake Myers, Maldonado, Chas McCormick. I'm not touching Jose Abreu. I'm just going to X him out of my pool because that guy is. I think he's done. I think it's time to ride out in the pasture for him. So
really,
but yeah, I do like Houston quite a bit here. And on the Oakland side, I'm probably going to leave Asturi Ruiz in my pool. He's 3,600 in the outfield. He's been pretty hot lately, and he's facing the lefty, even though it is Framber. Framber is another guy. He's going to be massively owned today. I put in the playbook today that his swing and strike rate is not on par with all the other top price pitchers. I'm probably just going to be underweight. I think he's overpriced based on what his skill set is, and he's not that high strikeout guy that's going to go out and get you 10 strikeouts every start. So just for that reason, I prefer a Gaussman. I even prefer, I know y'all probably talked about it earlier before I hopped on, but I really like Merrill Kelly today. He's one of my dudes. I think he's going to smash. I think he's going to get 10 strikeouts. And I'd rather just go down to that, a guy like that, than play Framber here.
All right, Stevers, give me a little breakdown here. You want a little Houston? You want a little Jose Altuve today?
Yeah. like Gary said, it's hard not to click some of these Houston bats, right? I'm completely on board with what Gary said. Framber's going to be high owned, and the price is really getting up there for what you're getting. I don't see 10 Ks. I mean, who knows? Maybe he goes out there and lights the world on fire, but a lot to like on the Houston side. Nothing for me on the A's side to like.
All right, Joey Work, time to plug the site, buddy. First of all, here over at Run Pure Sports, the DFS side. I mean, if you signed up and you've played NBA Showdown and you're not profitable, I don't know what you're doing wrong. I get it. You see a lot of the coordinators shipping. They're like, well, the members never win. Well, we've been doing a whole bit for 3 years now that members never win because members always win. Even the host wins. I mean, these guys put their best players up there. They put their cores up there. Tony, JSU, the Rubio, AP. If I'm missing anyone, I'm sorry, guys, but they're all putting up, even in Showdown. I mean, you're playing, 6 guys? They put up the 3 best plus the captain. They'll do the same thing on the FanDuel side with the captain, the star, whatever the hell they call it over there, because I don't play FanDuel. It's a personal choice. With that being said, we've been crushing Showdowns over there. The baseball side's been doing great as well. Shout out to Stevie Boyton in DC. And, of course, Gary Stevers is here too. So the RPS side, the DFS side's doing great. And Joey Work, listen, sure, you had a bad week, but aren't you up like 20-something units this year on the bet side?
That's correct. Yep, 20 units in MLB alone. Never mind UFC. I've been actually doing very, very well in UFC the last 5 weeks. So we're probably about 7 units, 8 units in UFC as well. Yesterday I went 1-1, but took 2 underdogs. So winning day in UFC as well. So yeah, every single play, every single day, fully tracked. I'm in the Discord hanging out. We have a private Discord. You guys want to come in, message Holden, send him some nudies, whatever.
Do not
get in the Discord, do that.
Send me nudies. You will get banned.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a fun little environment we got going on. And yeah, the bet side has been quite profitable.
Even K Fallick is smashing. He's probably the hottest.
Yeah, he's probably the hottest, the best looking coordinator we got. K Fallick's the man. Don't hate on K Fallick.
He knows he's not.
Yeah, he's doing the live final.
He's in a live final. He's shipped like 3 Showdown slates already. The guy's absolutely on fire. So sorry, K Fallick. I can't believe I forgot you. I should not have, and it's unfortunate. Anyways, we got more games to go to. Holden 15% off first payment of monthly plan. Royals and the White Sox in the south side of Chicago. Joey Work. Royals plus 155, minus 180 for the White Sox. The total here is 9 today, and this I hate both these teams, so I'm not even going to bother. You want to give us a breakdown betting-wise or no?
Yeah, I am so close to betting the Royals money line.
Yeah?
Here. Yeah.
Lance Lynn? Carlos Hernandez?
Yeah, Lance Lynn minus 200 after one good start.
No.
Every fucking guy's gave up 4 earned runs in how many starts in a row? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 starts in a row. He's given them at least 4 earned runs. He has one good start against the Guardians who can't hit shit. And now he's minus 200 favorite. Are you kidding me? We get a duel of Max Castillo and Carlos Hernandez. So Carlos Hernandez, if you guys remember this fucking guy, he's got phenomenal stuff. We bet on him so much in previous years, right? Now he's going to be he's going to be the opener. He probably pitches 2 shutout innings out the gate. They hand it over to Max Castillo, who that's where I'm kind of a little worried on. So basically, you know, his in the minors, his stuff wasn't that good. He come up to the majors, and he hasn't been terrible in the majors thus far, but he's been in the minors for fucking 6 years, a career minor leaguer. So I expect probably Carlos Hernandez for 2, Max Castillo for 3, 4 at the most, then the bullpen. If Lance Lynn gets in trouble, this fucking White Sox bullpen, where do I got them ranked?
Not good. 0.
It's worse than baseball. The White Sox bullpen is so bad, and the Royals clearly have the bullpen edge as well. I mean, the White Sox have 4 more wins than the Royals. These teams are both bottom feeders. You're getting plus, what's the odds? I'm fucking going. We're going. Plus 158, plus 160, plus 165 via bet 365. I'm fucking firing. Plus 165 via bet 365 on the Royals. It's fucking disrespectful. This should be the Royals plus 120 here.
All right. Gary, Lance Lynn. He's on the playbook today. You threw him on there. How confident are you in Lance Lynn showing up today in DFS?
I'm probably gonna end up fading him. I put him in there just because I think he's gonna be chalk. I think he's going to be somewhat chalky today. I think we'll see him about 20%, which is crazy to me. His numbers do though, like looking at his xFIP and stuff. I think he's got. Hold on, I just had it up. He's got the third lowest xFIP on the slate, so 3.8.
He's slugging against 470.
26%. Yeah, I mean, I'm conflicted on Lance Lynn, to be honest with you. I think he's done, but the numbers don't say he's done. You know what I mean? So I don't know. He just got roughed up in KC a couple of starts ago too. But this is at home, much friendlier environment for him. I'm probably still going to have about 10% in my 20 lineups today, but I'm not going to get crazy because it is still Lance Lynn at the end of the day. And as far as the White Sox backs, I don't hate the White Sox backs here at all. Guys like Gavin Sheets, I called a home run on him a couple days ago. He bombed one. And then we also got Jake Berger, who's been destroying right-handed pitching. He's got a 394 ISO and a 409 WOBA against righties. And Hernandez leans a little bit more reverse splits this season. He's allowing a 178 ISO versus righties, only a 103 ISO versus lefties. So I kind of like Jake Berger here, Luis Robert, Yohan Moncada, little mini stack. I'm not going to pull 5-man on here, but like I said, I do like him for 2 or 3 men.
Stevers, talk to me here. Carlos Hernandez, Lance Lynn. Do you want to target either one of these pitchers in DFS?
No, I'm pretty much, man. Gary's just so sharp, man. This dude's just spot on. You're a hard guy to follow, Gary. Let me tell you that. Lance Lynn he's going to be popular. I think he's going to be chalky, like Gary said. And I'm going to be underweight on him. It's not a full fade. I'm going to have some exposure to him, but maybe this is a good place to get different in some GPPs, but and a mini stack on the White Sox is a great idea, I think. I mean, Berger, Moncada, it's a good spot to be, but a lot of this game won't. There's not a lot here that's going to fall in my core. And I do think Lance Lynn's going to be very chalky. Even though he got shelled last time he faced the Royals, he did have a good outing against the Guardians. And let's face it, Kansas City's down at the bottom of the league against right-handers. I mean, they haven't handled right-handed pitching well at all. So
our boy AP is not on Lance Lynn. I'll just say that. I mean, the Royals are his team, but he just called him fatty. I mean, that's not very nice, AP. That's not a nice way to. He is kind of fat, though.
He's definitely fat. So am I.
Are you?
And he also struck out, double digits twice this year. So maybe that's good for a DFS side. But he's also given up 4 runs in both those starts that he struck out 10 people. So, I mean, yeah.
I mean, you're still doing well for being fat. You got some action in Pittsburgh or
yeah. You got to know how to talk to people. I know how to talk to females. It's good. I fucking just walk around like your cock's on the ground. You get girls. It's not that hard.
Yeah, that's very good. All right, we're going to move on. And the next game we get to is the Doyers and the Cardinals from a betting side. Joey Work, Kershaw on the mound, looking good, man. Looking real good this season. Minus 135 for the Dodgers, plus 115 for the Cards with Jack Flaherty. I hate Jack Flaherty in DFS always. 8 is the total. Any thoughts on the Dodgers and Cardinals?
I am going to stay away. The Cardinals have been quite hot, 7-3 their last 10. They have slowly turned things around after that series in Boston. Jack Flaherty's definitely not really somebody I'm interested in backing. I know he had his best start of the year, his last start out, but previously he's given up 3 earned runs or 4 earned runs in fucking 5 straight starts. He did pitch against this Dodgers team in LA, 4 earned runs in 4 2/3. Yeah, I've got, if this guy pitches the whole year, God bless him. Because when's the last time this guy pitched a complete year? Back in 2019. Kershaw, I do like, but as we know, St. Louis smashes lefties. So 8 runs is somewhat of a small total. So I do lean over here, but essentially no official play for me.
Jake Swales is giving you some tips on the ladies too. Girls love it when you let them hang 100% facts, Joey Work.
Thanks, Jake.
No problem. Gary. What do you want to do with the Dodgers and the Cardinals today? Is this a full fade? Can we find some Dodgers bats? I don't think Betts is in the lineup, is he?
No, Betts not in the lineup. But man, I kind of really love Kershaw in this spot. I don't think anybody's going to play him. Looking at the handedness chart on the site, I know Joey just said that they smashed lefties, maybe traditionally, but they haven't this year. They've been doing most of their damage against right-handed pitching this year. Over the last 2 weeks, 13th most strikeouts against lefties, bottom 5 offense. Last month, about the same. 12th most strikeouts, bottom 10 offense against lefties. Sure, long term, it's probably a thing that they're built to mash lefties. But man, those lefties in the lineup have been doing a lot of work against those right-handed pitching. Clayton Kershaw's got the highest swinging strike rate on the slate, 17%. He just looks awesome. I don't think anybody's going to play him. He's my top FB1 on the slate today.
Stevers,
What do you want to do here? Any Cardinals or Dodgers?
Yeah, I got a lot of Kershaw too. I just think it's a good spot. I mean, like you said, his swing and miss rate is the highest on the slate. I think he's going to be low owned. And therefore I want a lot of exposure to him. Low owned Kershaw. Sure. Sign me up. Absolutely. On the other side for the Cardinals, even though I'm not going to get there, there's a lot of other spots I want to be in, but I do think there are some really good prices for the Cardinals still. I mean, you got some of these guys that I just think are just underpriced in this Cardinals lineup that you can take advantage of, but not for me, not today. I'm going to have a lot of Kershaw, so I'm not going to have any Cardinals.
Chunk the Deuce. You're right. His mom just died. I think it was 5 or 6 days ago. So, I mean, if you want to play that narrative, it's uncomfortable to talk about it, but you can play that narrative. Again, I'd say over the 7-year span, he's the best pitcher I've ever seen. Him and Pedro Martinez. Those 7-year spans that they had were just more dominating than anything else that I've ever seen. All right, we'll keep going here. We got one more game on the DFS slate, and then Gary and Stevers, me and Joey, we're going to take care of the rest for the afternoon slate with the bets. So you guys can go get your lineups together. And the last game that we got to talk about is the Rockies and the Rangers and Joey Work. I'm telling you, these Rangers run line, my buddy, it's been a cash cow for me. We've got it the first 2 games of this series. I don't know if I'm going there today. I'm going to listen to your breakdown of this, but the Rangers just winning games. Their offense is rolling. The total here is just 9 today. Texas minus 230 plus 195 for the Rockies, but I'm getting the Rangers at minus 110 on the run line. I usually like a little better odds than that, but I might have to go there today. Joey Work, give us a breakdown here. Seabold Heaney is the pitching matchup.
Yeah, I mean, how good is this Rangers team?
Good.
Yeah, this team is fucking real good. This team, I mean, they're going to compete to win this division, maybe. Yep. Their pitcher, they have good starters too. Never mind the offense. Josh Jung, welcome Josh Jung. But yeah, Heaney is not a guy that I'm going to bet on, especially in that minus 200 spot. I'm sorry. I'm not laying a run and a half with Andrew Heaney on the hill. I just can't do it. He had a good start against Oakland last start out. I mean, I could have had a good start against Oakland. The 3 starts before that, he's got shelled against Arizona, the Yankees, and Seattle. So yeah, personally, I'm going to stay away. Connor Seabold, definitely not somebody I trust. Somebody I definitely trust more outside of Rockies, outside of Coors Field, but I definitely don't trust him either. So at the price, it is dog or pass, but I'm going to stay away.
Hey, Gary, the Rangers have treated me very, very well these last 2 days. Again, they go up against Seabold, who's an absolute disaster. So it's not if you're playing the Rangers, it's how do we get a little bit different playing the Rangers?
So I really like the Rangers too. Obviously, I think the easiest way to get different in this lineup today is playing Ezekiel Duran over Corey Seager at shortstop. Duran's 2,800 too, and the dude has just been mashing the baseball. He's batting in the 8 hole. I think Seager's going to garner more ownership because obviously he's batting second. He's Corey Seager. I mean, you can always play that. But yeah, I think that's the easiest way to get different in your lineups. Leody Tavares also in the 9 hole. He's been hitting the ball really good. So do a little wraparound. Do a little Duran, Tavares, Simeon, skip Seager and go to Lowe and Adolis Garcia or Jung. You can play either or. Adolis Garcia is on a heater right now too. So I like riding these hot streaks in MLB, and today will be no different. But I really like Ezekiel Duran. He's treated me well the last week since I've been back, and he's only 2,800 at the shortstop position, and he gets you instantly different. So that's how I'm attacking it.
Yeah, 18 and 19 DK points plus 3 of his last 4. He's been in double digits. Duran, so he's been pretty good. Stevers,
I do want to touch on Heaney though too. Like I can't play.
What do
Heaney.
you got?
I can't do Heaney. Not doing it. He's going to be one of the highest owned pitchers on the slate. He's one of the biggest favorites on the slate. He's got a 6.5 K prop, which is the same as guys like Kershaw up top. He's 7,700. Yeah, I think it's a trappy spot, and I don't hate going to Rockies bats and DFS for some ultimate leverage on today's slate.
Very good. Locks in about 40 minutes or so you got a little time to get your lineups in. Michael, stop it. Michael and Chunk, just relax, guys. There's no room for bad mojo in the chat today. Everybody have fun. Come on, we're all trying to do the same thing, win some money. Stevers, you want to play some Rangers bats? You want to do anything with Colorado?
Gary, you are the best and the worst both at the same time, buddy.
Thank you.
I can't follow Gary anymore because everything he says, I want to say. It's just, you're impossible to follow, Gary. It's a complete fade on Andrew Heaney for me today. He's going to be high owned, and I'm staying away. How do you not love the Rangers? I mean, we've all been stacking them all year. They're a phenomenal offense. It's extremely difficult to get different. I love the idea of playing Duran as shortstop to get different, but like, how many people are going to own Robbie Grossman today? Good Lord. I mean, the guy might have 60%. I mean, not an 11-game slate, obviously, but the guy is going to be super high owned. Texas is a great lineup to stack, but it's also just a really hard spot to get different.
All right, guys. You guys are doing the DFS. Me and Joey are going to hang on and finish out the afternoon, the night slate here from a betting side. But I want to get some plays of the day, Gary. You know what? Stevers says he's sick of following you because you got the same. I'm going to give Stevers the first crack at this. Okay, Gary? Stevers, play of the day. Let's hear it. DFS.
Give me Ian Happ.
All right.
Give me a Cub. Give me a Cub. I think he's going to hit a bomb today. Hang on. Give me 1 second here. Let me look at something real quick.
All right, Gary, what do you got, buddy? Who's your play of the day, my friend?
So I'm going to give 2 since I really didn't give out who I like for pitchers. It's all in the playbook, though. I'll give you a pitcher and a hitter. My pitcher is going to be Merrill Kelly today. I just love him here. I think he's going to smash. If you look at the hand in this chart, for the Pittsburgh Pirates, the last 2 weeks against righties, they have struck out the most, and they have been dead last WRC plus, dead last ISO versus right-handed pitching. Merrill Kelly at 9,100, he's going to go for 10-plus strikeouts today and put up 30-plus DraftKings points on DraftKings. So definitely love him. And my bat on the day, I'm just going to keep riding this guy. I wasn't on for this game either. It's the Chicago Cub, Christopher Morel, 4,500. The dude just keeps on hitting bombs every day. And I'm seeing less than 10% ownership on him as well today. So 2 low-owned gems, a pitcher and a hitter for me today.
That's just an amazing call right there. I love it because Morel, what was he the other night? He was sub 3%. He had a big, it might have been even a home run. He had a big night. Stevers, all right, you had a second. Let's go. What's your play, buddy?
I got completely distracted by the Merrill Kelly take. I'm all over Merrill Kelly, by the way. Just a great call. I lost my spot. Sorry, fellas. Yeah, it's Ian Happ. Morel's a great call, too. The Cubs got a nice spot today. Not going to lie. There's some good prices here. This is another stack that I like today. They handle right-handers well. It's a lot of where I want to be. So,
all right, great to meet you, Stevers. We'll catch up soon, buddy. Gary, thanks for hopping by, pal. You take care of yourself. Good to see you both. All right, very good. Of course, my boy Gary was out there too. We're gonna get into late slate now, Joey Work. We're gonna get into late slate, buddy, because we got some bets to take care of. I know you got one as well. Before we do that, we got to plug the site again. All right, big smile. We're all happy over here. Joey Work has been crushing it. He's up over 20 units in baseball this year. It's been an absolutely sensational run. Oh, he's stretching. Well, you're stretching. What's going on here? This is a little scary. I've never seen you stretch before, Joey Work.
I mean, I can't believe you just kicked those two guys off and just said, you know what, now it's time to go.
What do you mean? It's the late slate.
Yeah. I'm sorry. You're right. You want me to plug the site? All right. Run Pure Bets, runpuresports.com, work 15, WERK15. Sign the fuck up. I mean, men lie, women lie, numbers don't. I had a bad week. We're still up 20 units on a fucking year in MLB alone. Never mind all the rest of the sports that all the boys are hammering, whatever the fuck you want to do. All right, work 15, runpurebets.com, runpuresports.com. Make sure to follow me on Twitter, Joey WERK. I talked to JSU. I think moving forward, my fucking free play videos that have been on the bet side are now going to be on the Run Pure Sports on YouTube channel. So look for me Tuesday, Wednesday nights. Tuesday night, I'm going to do a free play for Wednesday. Wednesday night, I'm going to do a full breakdown for Thursday slate. Obviously, my side, I do the betting side of things, guys. But you could listen to my takes. If you only do DFS, listen to my takes, see how they correlate and whatnot. And there's plenty of people doing DFS. So let's switch it up a little bit.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that, man. It's been fun tailing you these last, I don't know, what is it, 2.5 years we've been working together. I mean, Joey, myself, and there's a couple other guys that was with us. I think Tyler was there too. Back in the COVID days, the pandemic, the lockdown. Basically, you guys were my outlet to the outside world. And Joey Work gets on this heater, and I'm like, thank freaking God. I'm getting stimulus money. I'm getting Joey Work money. It was a great time. I've known the guy now for a couple of years, and he's just about as good as it gets in baseball betting. So check out the bet side too. If you haven't checked out the bet side, runpurebets.com. You could use Joey's code for that. What is it? Work 15. On the DFS side, go ahead and use Holden 15. I know. Yeah, the guy's been talking to me. Hey, you're not throwing your code out. You're using Snyder's code. You're using this guy. I'll use my own. That's fine. I don't care. What up, Bill Miner? Good to see you, buddy. Let's get through the rest of these so I can build the rest of my DFS lineups and get going. Joey Work, Marlins, and the Giants. I know you don't have a play on this game. You got to play on the next game, though, which I'm looking forward to hearing about. Luzardo and Wood. Miami plus 110 on the road here. The Giants minus 130. It's a lower total of 8. I mean, you got the Marlins on the road in a ballpark that's really not easy to hit in as well in San Francisco. So give me the breakdown here. Any plays or any leans that you had with the Marlins at the Giants?
Lean is probably with the under. I mean, they scored 1 run total in the game yesterday. Game before, I think it was 4-3, and they played extras. I think both teams scored in extras there. So neither of these teams can score. That's for sure. I think the Marlins are second worst in runs scored on the year. Alex Wood, he did stretch out a little bit. I think he pitched 4 1/3 last start, so he should probably 4 or 5 innings from Alex Wood. Hand it over to the bullpen, and Luzardo has been really, really good all year. A guy that before this year I liked coming into the year, and he's really backed it up. I know the San Fran was historically good versus lefties, but not essentially this year. Not really that much this year. So the total is 8. It's low for a reason. The total's probably been 8, 7.5 the last 2 games in this series. All low for a reason because neither of these teams can score. It's a pitcher's park, so I do expect this to be a low-scoring affair. So lean is with the under, but nothing official.
All right, we got the Twins and the Angels. Again, this is the afternoon slate in DFS if you're playing it. Pablo Lopez, Shohei Ohtani. Total here is 8. Twins plus 130 on the road. Ohtani and the Angels minus 150. Joey, are you taking the Twins on the road against Ohtani-san?
Oh, yeah. Fucking dogs only today. I'm giving out 3 official plays, 3 fucking dogs. I mean, I'm not coming on here. Hey, guys, let's bet the minus 200 Rangers as a favorite. Fuck no. Pablo Lopez versus Shohei Ohtani. All right, let's listen to Ohtani's last 4 starts, right? Against Oakland, 6 innings, 5 earned. Against St. Louis, 5 innings, 4 earned. Houston, 7 innings, 3 earned. Baltimore, 7 innings, 5 earned. Are we betting on that guy at minus fucking 160? I don't think so. I mean, Minnesota's the better offense of the two, better altogether team. Their bullpens are basically – their bullpen's both middle of the pack. I have their numbers. I have Minnesota a little slightly better. and Pablo Lopez. This is a great spot. He just pitched bad against the Dodgers. Now he gets to pitch against the Angels, a much easier lineup. You get past 2 fucking bats, and guess what? You're golden, right? So he pitched. I mean, past that start, his last start, he hasn't allowed more than 1 earned run, or he hadn't allowed more than excuse me. The last 2 starts previously, he pitched good. I mean, he's a high strikeout guy. His advanced numbers are actually better than what his numbers are showing. His advanced numbers, 218 x batting average, again, striking out people, 30% clip, 6% walk rate. Pablo Lopez is probably as good as Shohei Ohtani as a starting pitcher. You'll never fucking hear that anywhere over any sports, any podcast, anywhere over the internet. So, I mean, plus money, again, I'm taking the Twins on the money line, plus 135. I gave it out last night. I think you probably get around there still because, people just love Shohei Ohtani.
I love Ohtani. I'm not betting this game except on your side just because you took him, but I don't feel good about it, my friend. But you bet the price sometimes. Sometimes
you bet the
price.
When you do this every day, you bet prices. That's why I'm betting the fucking Royals at plus 165. The Royals could easily lose this game, 8-1. But at plus 165, the fucking implied total of that the White Sox are going to win that game 80% of the time, 75% of the time, that ain't fucking happening. The White Sox have 18 wins.
I threw your Brewers Twins money line parlay together. That's what I did. Terrible, right? Can't take 2+. You want 1, and then I bet him single. I bet him single too.
Because if 1 wins, you win money.
You win money. I threw them both together today, though, and I bet each side. I know you're doing this. I trust Joey work. I trust in Joey work.
Right. If they both hit, I better get a fucking Venmo request for some cash.
Yeah, I'll send you $1. I'll send you the winnings. Yeah. Okay. It'll be great. Anyways, we got a couple more games. We got the night game between the Guardians and the Mets. But first, we've got Boston and the Padres. Corey Kluber and Michael Wacha, the pitching matchup here. San Diego, 11-15 in home games, and they're 6 games under 500. I don't know what's going on over here. They've gone 3-8 in 1-run games. Could be one here tonight. You've got Boston at 26-20 on the season. They've been terrific. And by the way, if you're playing afternoon DFS, Cronenworth is going. Cronenworth and Tatis have both been going bananas lately. But break this down here with the Red Sox and the Padres. 9.5 total, minus 150 for the Padres, plus 130 Red Sox. What do you got, Joey?
Yeah, I know what's going on. They fucking suck. They look good on paper. They're 1-9 their last 10 games. I cannot bet on this Padres team. I faded them last night. I bet Boston yesterday. Fucking cashed out at plus 115 price. I mean, Corey Kluber, the problem is Corey Kluber. Boston is like in the top 3 in all offensive categories. The problem is really Corey Kluber. Do I trust Corey Kluber? Essentially, I don't. This guy's pitched for how many teams in his career? 5 fucking different teams. That means he's probably not good if he's going from team to team to team to team, on the road this year, he pitched, I guess decent 1 start. The other 2 starts, he got hit hard. He only has 1 strike. He struck out like 6 people in those 3 starts on the road here. So if the Padres are going to wake up anytime, it would be fucking nice if they did it against Corey Kluber. On the other end, we get Michael Wacha coming off almost a no-hitter. He pitched 7 innings. He gave that 1 hit, 11 strikeouts against Kansas City. I mean, his last 3 starts have been really good. I am personally not really a Wacha guy. His advanced numbers actually have been quite good this year as well. While on the other end, Kluber's advanced numbers are fucking terrible all year. So, I mean, this is a pass for me, but I mean, I cannot bet on the Padres here because how bad they've been playing. I do think the Padres likely win this game, probably about 6-5, maybe 6-4-ish. But I'm going to stay away.
Okay, very good. And then there's the night game tonight, Joey, the second game of the doubleheader with Bieber and Verlander. I'm not going to touch a late game doubleheader. We don't have the lineups for that. We don't know what's going to happen in game 1. Is that where you're going with this Verlander start?
Yeah, to stay away. As I mentioned earlier, if you really, really need action, I would just say bet on Cleveland on both games. Bet on the money line on Cleveland on both games, and don't do it before the first game starts. Just bet Cleveland money line. Even split it up, half unit. So if they win one of the games, you win money. The chances of a home favorite sweeping both games in MLB in a day-night doubleheader is, I would say, probably about 30%.
All right, I'm going to give you
on that number, but it just doesn't happen much.
All right, I'm going to give you a number that, or a bet that JJ gave us on the bet side. Usually JJ's here with me and Joey Work. Then we got our DFS guy in here too. JJ's got over 8.5 in the Pirates D-backs. I'm taking the Nationals first 5 run line today against the Tigers. I'm actually 3-1 on the show. And we hit a plus money bet. So we're a little bit over 2 units up. Very early in the season, small sample, Joey, but I'm doing all right. And then what's your best bet? Your number one bet this afternoon?
I'm giving there's no best bet. I'm giving fucking
They're
3
all
bets. I do this every day. I'm giving 3 bets. So if 2 of them win and I give the best bet out and it fucking loses, everyone fucking wants to shoot me, 3 bets, all dogs. Brewers money line plus 120. Royals money line plus 165. Twins money line plus 135. Take your balls, put it on the table.
RunPureSports.com. Then you take your cock out with your balls already out, and then you get Run Pure Sports. You use the code Holden15, 15% off. Oh, you want a whale cock? Oh, you know what? I forgot about this, Joey.
Remember those? Yeah.
We had one last week and it hit again. You can hit. The problem is you can hit 20 in a row, and if one doesn't win, you lose all your money. So you want a super whale cock play of the day? I'm going to get you super whale cock play of the day. Joey Work, huh? Who's the biggest favorite on the board? Who's the biggest favorite on the board today?
It's got to be Houston.
Yeah.
Minus 400.
Yeah, we're going to go with, that's a division game, so I'm not going to mess with that.
Yeah.
All right, I got one for you. Super huge whale cock play of the day. We're going to go with the Houston Astros plus 3.5 runs at minus 1,800. Astros plus 3.5 at minus 1,800. I mean, how can that not be an amazing bet? I'm not betting that one by myself, by the way. But you wanted a super whale cock play. I'm going to give it to you. Joey Work, they got to check out the bet side. They got to check out the DFS side. And if you're playing NBA Showdown, I mean, Big T, JSU, K Fallick, AP, Rubio, all the boys. If I'm missing you, I'm sorry, but they have been cooking right now, giving us their cores. And if you go on our Discord, the members, just the screenshots, time and time again, it's absolutely sensational. For Joey Work, for Stevers, for Gary, I'm Holden, and I really appreciate you hanging out. Next week, we'll get JJ back too. It's going to be a blast. Keep running pure.